Greetings, my friends. It's your friendly neighborhood PhD, Dr. Judd Burton, coming to you with a Beyond report on this Monday, May the 24th, 2021. As always, click a like, subscribe, and share if you like the content. We're quickly approaching the 1K mark, so all those likes, subscribes, and shares definitely help the channel. If you'd like to see more of this stuff, then please keep those coming. Um, well, couple of bits in news today. Some of them more mundane than others, but I'll start off with the strangest. It has to do with a series of werewolf sightings in the London area. Apparently, there have been a number of sightings since the 1990s uh, around a cemetery, and actually there have been a few attacks. According to some witnesses, one fellow was thrown to the ground rather viciously while walking by the cemetery, and uh, according to his account, he also saw this thing run off and either run into or stand up against and shake a large tree. Uh, so there are definitely some strange goings on in London. Now, what's interesting about this, well, beyond the fact that it's an interesting cryptid story, um, what's interesting to me is that this dovetails a lot with the work that I've been doing about the demonic manifestation of these entities as various kinds of folklore creatures, such as werewolves. And given this is a cemetery, this may be one of those instances, uh, and there may in fact be some Rephaim connection, since there's the underworld cemetery sort of motif here. But I'll post a link in the description to the story, uh, then you can read for yourself. In other news, closer to the ground and under the ground, there's an interesting little article in the May-June edition of Archaeology magazine about Gobekli Tepe. And as many of you know, this is an engaging interest of mine, long-standing interest of mine. My good friend Dr. Aaron Judkins and I have a forthcoming book on Gobekli Tepe and the Bible. The gist of the article is that the author seems to think that this may have been the Gobekli Tepe, amongst all other things, this being another layer of meaning, in addition to the sort of cathedral on the hill, as Klaus Schmidt called it, the world's oldest temple, uh, it, it also may be a monument to to the farewell of a lifeway that was passing away, in particular um, hunter gathering. Although, of course, it didn't disappear completely. Many societies continue to be hunter gatherers, but in this particular society or cluster of societies that built Gobekli Tepe, that seems to be at least a possibility. And I'll put a link in the description to that article too. Beyond that, it's a really good sort of summative uh, article on the nature and of Gobekli Tepe and some of its features and some of the work that's been done over the last 25 years since Klaus Schmidt began work there. Now, again, um, I'll keep you abreast of the forthcoming book on Gobekli Tepe and the Bible. Speaking of books, this week there's a really good sale on my books that you could take advantage of. It's 10% off. You just enter the code SALEDIRECT10, all caps, and you'll get a 10% discount. And that's good through Friday the 28th. Um, there are also course certifications that are available that are on sale for this week. So if you're interested in that, they are each certification biblical anthropology, um, biblical demonology, and preternatural morphology. They're each $125. And I brought attention to the Rudiments of New Testament Greek course in a post earlier today. For those of you are homeschoolers and are classically educating your kids, and maybe you've been concentrating on Latin and they need a little Greek, summertime is a great time to introduce them to the rudiments of the Greek language, and they can do that through this course. And in general, people who are interested in learning more about Greek uh, can take the course as well, and it's on sale for $250. All you need to do is email me at professorburton@yahoo.com, and we can get you registered for those pretty easily. I do have a few upcoming appearances. I'll be in the. I've got a few podcasts that I'll drop posts for, but the big one coming up is in June the 18th. The Rise conference being put on by um, Skywatch TV. It's going to be a phenomenal course. I'm making a presentation there, of course. Tom Horn, Derek and Sharon Gilbert, my colleague, Dr. Aaron Judkins, Josh Peck, um, and many, many, many other speakers. Uh, you're, it's well worth the money. It's a virtual conference, so it'll begin streaming on June the 18th, and you can watch. As I understand it, you can watch it, at your leisure. You can even watch it and watch the presentations in whatever order you want. I believe the tickets, the early bird tickets, are $85. So they're going to be like over 50 hours of presentation. So it's a really really good investment if you're interested in cutting edge biblical research on a number of fronts: theology, history, archaeology, prophecy. It's going to be a really really good conference, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Well, for now, that's all, and tell your friends about the channel. Spread the word. We're about, like I say, we're about to break the 1,000 mark, that milestone, and we'll be looking forward to that. But thanks everybody for your support, and Godspeed.